In this session, we'll talk about SQL joins and views. So in my previous videos, I have given the basics of MySQL, how to create table, how to insert data, and then how to perform various operations. And we have also seen different types of operators. So the main agenda of today's session is how to perform SQL joins, means getting the data from multiple tables, and then how to uh, create views. So basically, when you have a data in multiple tables, so how to get the data? So in real world example, you might be having a data in different tables instead of tables. So joining helps us to collect the data from multiple tables. So there are different types of joins. The first is inner join. So inner join means selecting rows from the table A and table B. So these are the two separate tables. Now inner join means joining the rows, collecting the rows from both table A and B based on the common field, So this is inner join. For example, here we have the fields like roll number, name, address, phone number, and age. This is one table. Then another table is this course ID, roll number. So from these two tables, we are taking two fields, course ID and name. So based on the common attribute. So what is the common attribute here? So roll number is common attribute, right? In the first table you have roll number, and in the second table also you have the roll number, and based on that you are getting the records, you are getting rows. For example, roll number 1 is also there in table 2, right? And then with this roll number 1, you are selecting course ID. What is the course ID of this? Course ID is from the second table, which is 1, and you are also selecting the name. So name is hash here, and then you are also selecting age. Age is from the first table, which is 18, right? So here, what are the roll numbers matching? So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, up to 5. You have the roll numbers in the second table, right? So how many records are matching? 5 records. So that's why here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is inner join, collecting the rows from both the table based on common attribute. So this is inner join. Then left join. So left join means it returns all the rows. It returns all the rows from the left table which are matching with the table B, right? I repeat again, the rows matching, all the rows matching from table A with the table B. So this is left join, opposite to the right join. So here we have the fields, the same table we are considering, and we want to display the common attributes, like for example, what are the fields mapping? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 are the roll numbers, but the roll numbers 6, 7, 8 which are not matching with the second table. So in that case you will be having null, null, null. So 3 records are not matching. Then right join. Right join means returning all the rows from the right side table which are matching with the left side table. So this is opposite to the left table. Now let's say these are the same tables, and so consider the second table. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 which are also there. Roll numbers 1 to 5 also there in the first table, and we don't have 9. So we don't have 9, and also 10 and also 11. In this case, so these are null, null, null. So these 3 records are not matching. So this is about the right join. Next, full join. So full join means getting rows from both the tables. Even you might have more than 2 tables also. In that case, getting all rows from all the tables. So this is full join. So let us see how to implement these. Let us see how to implement joins. So here we can create a database first. So I'm already having, so I'm just dropping this. So dropping database if exists, then now it is dropped, and then creating a database. So create a database db, then we need to specify which database is under use. So I'm just running these two lines, and then creating a table student. In that the fields are roll number, which is integer type, student name varchar of 20, address varchar of 20, and also phone number, age. So these are the fields. So when you run this, the table is created. So that is done. Then show tables. When you run show tables, then it will list out the tables in the current database. So we just have a single table created. Then you can describe the student table. So the syntax is describe table name. So this is the description for the table. And then now I am inserting couple of records into the table. So how many records are inserted? As I have shown in the PPT, so I am inserting those 8 records. Insert into students, then values. So we are specifying multiple rows. So all of these are inserted at the same time. Now this is done. If we want to verify whether the insertion is done or not, of course we have not got any error here. Now when you run this, you can see the values inserted. So these are the values inserted. So we totally have 8 records. Then let us create the second table. So create table student course, then course ID, roll number are the two fields. Then these two tables are, this table is created. Then we are inserting the same records I have explained in the presentation. So inserting records into the table, then that is done. Then select star from student course. So these are the records, course ID, roll number are there. Now let us perform the 4 types of joining. Inner join means getting rows from both the tables which are matched. So selecting course ID here from student course, name from student table, age from the student table, from student, inner join. So the first table is student, which is inner join with the student course based on the common attribute, that is student dot roll number is equals to student course dot roll number. So this is done, and then you can see this is the output: course ID, student name, and age. That what I mentioned in the SQL query, and then we got the records. So this is inner join. Next left join means all rows from the left table which are matching with the right table. So I am selecting here name from student table, and course ID from student course, from student, left table is student, right table is student course. Left join with the student course on the common attributes, roll number. So this gives the result of left join. So this is the output here: student name and course ID. You can also see the fields not matched. So these 3 fields are not matched. Then right join. Then right join the same. The difference is we need to use the keyword right join. So we are selecting name and name from student table, course ID from student course, from student, right join with the student course table based on the common attribute. Then you are getting the student name and also the course ID. Based on the selection of fields, you can display the information. If you write course ID at the beginning, then your course ID will appear in the beginning. Next, how to write query for full join, also known as outer join. So here there is no direct command to specify like a full join in MySQL. So we can perform the same operation like this. So it's a combination of left join and right join. So select student name from student table, course ID from student course. You see this SQL is not case sensitive, so you can specify the characters or the particular keyword in uppercase or lowercase. So selecting course ID from student, left join with the student course, this is a common attribute, then again selecting the same fields, student dot student name and course ID from student, here from student based on the right join with the student course, right join with the student code on the same attribute. So this will give us the full outer join. So this is output, student name, course ID. You see, when you perform left join, these three records are not matching. Similarly, when you perform right join, there are three fields which doesn't match. So like this, you can perform joins. So there are 4 join: left join, right join, and then inner join and full join or outer join. So these are the important types of joins supported in MySQL. Next, let us also discuss how to create a view. So in SQL, views are considered as a virtual table. From the main table, you are collecting set of rows, set of records. The intention behind this is you don't want to modify the original table. Let's say you have some from 50 fields in the table A, but you do not want to access all those 50 fields. In that case, you just create a subset of data, means just get only few records based on the condition. And the main use is, this is for simplification only, simplifying the things. So instead of accessing or instead of fetching the records completely from the original table, you can just filter the data. So to create a SQL view, you can select the fields from one or more tables present in the database. So a view can be either having a specific row based on the condition, or you may also have all rows. For example, to create a SQL view, this is the syntax: creating a database. Here I am creating a separate database, view DB, and then specifying the database to be used. And then, so here I am creating a table, employee. So in this employee table, the fields are employee number, integer, which is not null, birth date, which is date type, and then first name varchar of 14, last name varchar of 16, and gender is enumerator type, which is going to have only 2 values, either M or F, and then hide date is date type, and employee number we are making it as primary key, means you can have unique values. So once the table is created, you can insert data into the table, and then you can also perform operations like creating a view. This is syntax: create view, then the view name as. So what is the input to this virtual table? The input to the virtual table is this. For example, here I am selecting all records from the employee table. Then we can also check out the data. So let us do this. Here I am first creating a database. So I think it already exists, so I am just dropping it. So dropped, then creating a database, view DB, then specifying that we want to use this database, so use view DB. So this is successful, and then we are creating a table as I have described. These are the fields of the table. Then the table is created, then we are also describing the table. So these are the fields, and we are making employee number as primary key. Next, we are inserting couple of records into the table, so with the fields like employee number, date, birth date, first name, last name, gender, right, using the values either M or F, and then hide date. So we have records here. Let's just insert these records into the table. Inserted. Now we just verify whether the data is inserted or not. Yes, it is inserted, and we have the records. And after that, I want to create a view. So create view. The view name is view EMP. As what is the input to this virtual table? The input to the virtual table is this: selecting star from employee. We are selecting all the fields, but you can also select only few records, only few fields by specifying the condition. So creating a view here, it is created. Then let's verify, select star from view MP. So this is the data. Now I'm writing couple of queries here. Select star from view emp where gender is equals to F, only female. So we are, so once the view is created, you can do the data manipulation on view virtual table, which doesn't affect the original table. So that is the main no objective behind creating views. So this is my data. You see the data row records are filtered where gender is equals to F, and then writing query like select star from view emp where employee numbers is greater than 10005. So we'll be having first 4 records, employee number is less than 1004. And here applying also the count operation, count function, selecting gender and then count of employee number as total employees. So new field is created, total employees from view emp, also performing grouping based on gender. So this will give us only two records. So grouping the values, grouping based on gender. For gender we have male and female. So you see male, total males are 5 and total females are 5, totally 10 records are there. And then again we are performing operations on the virtual table. Select star from view emp where hide date is greater than 1990. So how many records are there? There is only greater than or equals to, this is greater than or equals to, only one record is there. Then also creating also writing a query, select first name last name where gender is equals to M, male, and if it is male then male, if it is F means female, we are now labeling it as female, as gender. And then also selecting hide date from the view emp, means here how many fields are selected. So one is the first name, the second field is last name, and then we are having a gender column in which if the value is M, then we'll replace that with the male complete string. If it is F, then female, and then displaying the records here. So this is output. You can see first name, last name, and we are adding a column gender after having a full value, and then hide date. So these are the operations we are performing on view. Then we can also perform this operation, create or replace view. Create or replace view. So what is this? So this replace view command is there. It is used to change the definition of a view. Sometimes you would like to modify or you want to create. So create or view is a combination of create or replace view. If it doesn't exist, then it will create new, or if you already have and you want to modify that, in that case also you can use this command, create or replace view emp1, where you are considering this employee name and gender as selecting the first name and last name comma gender from the employee. So if this view doesn't exist, it will create, right? It will be created. If it already exists, then it will be replaced. So yeah, create or replace view. This is a new view. We are creating new view. This doesn't exist, so view emp1 and selecting this employee name and gender, and then concatenating the first name and last name with space. So this will give us the output this. So this is done. Yep, this is done. So after that we are just now getting the fields. So employee name, which is which we got by combining first name and last name with the space, and also getting the gender. And we are dropping, so we can also perform the operation drop view. means removing the view, then that will be removed, and then once it is deleted we can check out whether the schema exists for this view or not. So selecting table schema from this is predefined, table name from this is also predefined, information dot schema dot table, where if the table type is like view and table schema, the name of the view is view m, it is there or not. So it is not there, so that's why we got empty record, right? We got empty record. What about view m? So this is also not shown. Okay, this is also not shown because that's just replaced. And then show full table. So in this way also you can check the view exists or not. Show full table in the database where table type is like view. So in this way also you can check out whether views exist or not. Yes, so when you are writing like this, so there is a view m. So this is like how you create a view and then how to perform operations, or writing SQL queries on view, and then we have seen how to create or replace a view, and then how to drop a view, and then we have seen how to check whether the schema exists for a view or not after dropping.